Why have you not done what you say you were going to do? It's a simple question, but it's a hard question. I know that you are probably watching this waiting to execute on an idea that you have, whether that's being a content creator or starting a business or applying to grad school or applying to that internship. Why haven't you done it?
You know how he does, and you know Cecil flow. All you wanna do is teach her how to be a professional. And you know he got them skills that'll help you pay your bills. Cecil B is gonna be the one to show you how to seal the deal.
What's going on, YouTube family? It's me, your professional cousin. I am completely overjoyed by the love, the support that you have showed me over this last week as I officially launched Your Professional Cousin, my YouTube channel. So as I've been reading the comments, there are a lot of you who have been on this journey with me, and through the comments I can tell it's a little shady. The word that is most common is finally. Over Facebook, Instagram, even on the YouTube, a lot of my friends and family have said, finally, Cecil, you're doing it. Finally, it's happening to me. The topic is perfectionism. And the reason why it took me so long to launch my YouTube channel is because I was trying to do everything perfectly. Here I am 4 years later, and I guess they say, God's timing is the best timing, but I also have to take some accountability for not trusting in myself. I know many of us have excuses on why we failed to execute, and I had to ask myself the hard question, why did it take so long for me to execute on launching my YouTube platform, Your Professional Cousin? And I think the soft answer would be because I have always put my best foot forward and I wanted it to be great. I wanted everything to look and feel as it reflected who I am as a person. But deep down inside, the true reason why it took me so long to execute launching my YouTube was because of fear. Like, I was afraid. I was afraid of putting myself out there. I was afraid that people may catch on that I have a speech impediment and sometimes I stutter or stumble or, take a long time pronouncing words. I was afraid that I wouldn't be consistent or I wouldn't hold myself accountable. I was afraid that people really didn't want to hear from me. Like, those were real emotions. And I would say even when I posted the content, all of those videos I had recorded either months ago or years ago. The photo shoot was years ago. And it was last week that I watched this video by Tabitha Brown. She looked in the camera and she said, why you still haven't done what you said you were going to do? The people are waiting. What's taking you so long? Okay? And a series of things rippled to me just saying, Cecil, just post it. Just post it. And that's exactly what I did. I put these videos together, and to me, I saw imperfections. But the greatest sense of release was after I put that reel together and pressed submit, I felt this weight just lifted off my shoulders. And it was comforting to see the feedback, the positive feedback from my family, friends, and people that I really didn't know. And even in this moment, I'm trying to hold myself accountable to say, it's okay that I don't have my James Baldwin picture behind me. It's okay that I am shooting my content right now in my mom's kitchen. It's okay. So I just really want to talk to you all about perfectionism, especially as a lot of you are going through transitional phases in your lives, whether that is being laid off from your company, taking a bet on yourself, seeking entrepreneurial freedom, creating a business. Like, no matter what it is, sometimes we just get so caught in the motions of thinking it has to be perfect. It has to be better than the person who is already doing it. It has to be better than XYZ. And that has really prevented me from launching this YouTube channel. Another effect of perfectionism is getting caught up in being fake busy. I was having a conversation with my friend, and he said, are you executing or are you being fake busy? And fake busy is the notion of you're doing everything to prepare to execute, but failing to execute. An example for me was like enrolling into Erin on Demand's content creator college. That was having a photo shoot. That was like creating a logo for myself, but kept going back and forth about logo details that I wasn't even really sure if I needed or if I wanted. It was me doing so many things to trick my mind into being productive, when the thing I really needed to do was turn the camera on, press record, and start giving people my heart, my mind, and my opinions on what it means to navigate this crazy world that we're living in. Work in progress. I am still going through this perfectionism. I can't even tell you how many times I watch these videos that I'm creating and I'm critiquing myself, over analyzing myself. But I just have to understand that being me is the sauce, right? I am so excited that I have stepped out on faith and I've allowed myself to put out content that is going to grow, where the quality is going to increase. And I don't have to be in a studio. I don't have to, have the perfect editing gear. But what I can do is bring you a piece of who I am every time I press record. And for those of you that are struggling with perfectionism, that are struggling with procrastination, I really urge you to just do it. Get it out there. So I created my top 5 recommendations on navigating through perfectionism. And I'm going to say navigating because I think the idea would never go away to always be the best and always do the best and put your fears aside. Because as human beings, we always have fears. We are always wanting to grow and be the best versions of ourselves. Here are 5 things that I am recommending to myself that I do to just encourage myself to be steadfast and to make great content, and ask you all to give me feedback and to criticize me, to put my best foot forward and create things that are meaningful to those of you that are watching. Here are my top 5 recommendations on navigating through perfectionism. The first one, you have to do some self-reflection. You have to call a thing in my Iyala voice. You have to call a thing. Asking yourself questions. Why am I feeling fear? Why am I failing to procrastinate? Why am I failing to execute? Why am I getting caught in the weeds without really doing what I want to do? And those are some really hard questions for you to ask yourself. So the first step, look inward. Look inward. What are you doing to prevent you from executing on the things that you say that you will execute on? The second recommendation is failing forward. And failing forward is solely about attempting to do the work, being open to the idea that things won't go right, and then using what didn't go right as feedback to do better when you do it again. Failure is really the driving point of helping us succeed, or helping me succeed, okay? My third recommendation It's releasing the pressure. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be the best, be the baddest, do blase, blase, ski, have 10,000 followers, da 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 da. Like, release the pressure. Be intentional about the flow and the direction that you want to embark on, but you don't have to have everything together at once. What I'm learning in this journey in my 2 weeks of doing this, that it's a building block, right? And you will learn a rhythm as you continuously produce and create content. And I have to do that without putting that pressure on myself. The fourth one is more about accountability, but I'm going to say set goals. Set small goals so you are getting closer and closer to the point of execution. So, for example, I had to set a deadline to say, hey, I plan to execute releasing the video next week or April 24th at 6 p.m. Give yourself small deadlines that help you feel a sense of accomplishment to get to the places that you want to go. But the key is that you can't get too caught up in the busy work. You can't create multiple goals at a time. I would say create 1 to 2 goals that you know that you can execute that would give you a sense of fulfillment. So that helps you move on to the next 2 to 3 things to eventually get you to release that product, release your content, and or create your business. My last recommendation, which is the most important, is just do it. Get it done. Press record, file your LLC, create your content, just do it. Just do it. Okay? And once you do it, there's going to be a sense of relief that you feel. And there's nothing like being able to applaud yourself for doing something that you set out to do for yourself for however long that you've anticipated for this dream or this aspiration to come into fruition. And that's why it was so important that I started off with the manifestation challenge, is because what are some things that we're calling into our lives to do for ourselves, for our own gratitude, for our own pat on the backs. So I continuously encourage you all to manifest what you want to happen, but you got to hold yourself accountable. Just do it. I'm excited to be on this journey with you all, and stay tuned as I plan to have my first interview with a co-host. And if you have people that you want me to interview or careers that you're interested in exploring, please drop that down in the comments, because I want to make sure that I am creating content that you want, that fulfills not only my dreams and aspirations, but to help navigate the paths that you are setting for yourselves as well. So with all that being said, I'm out. I'll see y'all next week, okay?